I'm hoping this gets the attention that it needs to get so that this will never happen again to any passenger, because I would not wish this on my worst enemy. The elderly woman did not speak English, so it was like talking to a brick wall. My blood was boiling the entire time. I just kept thinking, like, be patient, try your best not to land and be in handcuffs and on the no-fly list.
But things were about to go from bad to worse.
And she would kind of just look at me very confused. Obviously, she doesn't speak English. She happened to fall asleep on me. I think where it went out of pocket is when she started literally spreading her legs out, and then also like moving in certain ways in her middle seat so that she is either her feet or her body is leaning against the passenger who was sitting in the aisle seat in the same row as me, or leaning up against me.
She realized it was time to get the crew involved.
When that started to occur, I immediately called the flight attendant.
She realized she couldn't deal with it by herself anymore.
I am a frequent flyer. I fly pretty much at least once a month, sometimes more than that, and have never ever experienced this in my entire existence.
To make matters worse, the staff didn't speak her language.
So when I called the flight attendant came over and addressed it and was, obviously she didn't speak her language. She tried to tell her, like, stay in your space, stay in your lane. And she did what she could do. I eventually asked to be moved to a different seat. The flight attendant told me that this is a completely booked flight. There's no other seats on this flight so that she can move me, but she said that she was going to double check to find a seat. I do feel like the flight attendants could have did a little bit more. I do not like how they handled the situation.
Everyone on the plane had their own opinion about it.
So the passenger who was sitting in the aisle seat in the same row as myself and this elderly lady shared the same frustrations as myself. And the bulk of what was happening to myself. I had asked to be moved, and the flight attendant mentioned that she didn't have, it was a completely full flight, and then she came back and there was a middle seat that she offered, but I absolutely hate the middle seat, and we still had 10 hours to go. He was like, I'll take it, that way this lady could have the space to, lay out and have two seats. And I had figured that now that she has two seats, like, everybody would be at peace now. Like, she would be okay and have room to stretch out. In hindsight, I feel like I probably should have raised my hand to take that seat.
If she'd chosen that seat, everything would have changed. Which seat do you usually go